Hi, I'm Jace, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. I make no secret about being on a very tight income and often like to make content about how to make a low budget work for you. And here lately, I've been wanting to focus on bringing some art videos to the channel. So, I figured I would make a video about basically what you can do with low cost art supplies. So I went to Walmart and I purchased this kit, Everyday Art Fun, by the brand Crazy Art. Now, I am not sponsored in this video. This video is not really about the specific brand that I bought, but I will link the product page for this little set in the description. But again, this is not sponsored. This is not about this particular brand. This is just about low cost art supplies in general, and this is what I decided to pick up. This little tub is about $15, and you can get some of the stuff included inside it by itself for much cheaper, like crayons and the markers. I think are like $1 if you bought them separately by themselves. But this includes some activity pages, some other supplies like glue, some popsicle sticks, modeling clay. We're only going to take a look at the markers in this particular video, but if this video does well, I absolutely can bring some of the other supplies from this kit out and make a video about them. So yeah, we're going to take a look at what the markers can do. We're going to start this off with just a little bit of sped up footage, kind of like a Sims 4 speed build, if you know what those are. I really enjoyed these markers. I really enjoyed the little activities as well. Again, this little set was made for children. I was not expecting some sort of Van Gogh quality artwork out of this. I was just expecting to have fun, and it looked halfway decent, and it kind of exceeded my expectations because I thought the markers ended up being prettier than I thought that they were going to be. Doing this little activity also brought back some really nice memories. When I was little, I did live with my father and his mother, my grandmother. And my father put every single little school activity, piece of art, every single thing that I did on his bedroom wall. At the time of his death, when I was 13, there was absolutely no blank space that you could see in his bedroom. All four walls were covered with the parts of the walls that you could see. You know, obviously furniture covers up some of it, but every space that you could see in his bedroom was covered with things kind of like what you're looking at now that I have done. And I think that I just might hang some of the little stuff that I got to do with this cheap little art set up just in memory of that. Yeah, that man's bedroom wall was full of me, pretty much. Nobody could tell me that that man did not love me. But I'm not here to get sappy or talk about my dad or myself, really. I'm here to talk about the markers. As I've already said, I think the markers were much prettier and felt much nicer in my hand than I was expecting them to. Now, I wasn't necessarily expecting them to be horrible, because obviously they're for children and you can't disappoint children too much or their parents aren't going to buy the product, because no parent wants to go out and disappoint their child with a bad product. So I was not expecting the product to be absolutely terrible, but it did end up exceeding my expectations as far as how it looked and how it felt in my hand. The one criticism that I had was it did not seem to be as dark as I wanted it. You will see in the video footage me going over it a couple of times to darken it up a little bit. But I really have no complaints for what I paid for the whole kit and what I could have gotten these markers alone for, which is about $1, couple of dollars. No, nothing too crazy. I'm very pleased with the quality of these markers and would happily recommend them to you if you are on a budget or just wanting to experiment or just have some fun and don't want to spend a whole lot of money, or just wanting to make sure your kid likes art first. Oh yeah. As I said in my intro, this is not really about the specific brand, but these markers, only 6 of them came in my little box, but I just looked on Walmart and you can get a 20 pack of these, obviously with more colors, for less than $5. So that's the price point we're talking about. I see absolutely nothing wrong with these markers, and I am someone who has taken art classes, has a big interest in art, and has actually experienced some of the more pricey art supplies through the classes that I've taken. But here's a fun little update that happened after I recorded and did the voiceover for the little feed color part. I actually purchased some pretty decent alcohol markers that were quite more than $5, and used them after I used these, and I still stand behind saying that there's nothing wrong with these. There should be no shame in purchasing some school markers like this and having fun with them, even as an adult. So if you don't have the money to go buy alcohol-based markers, go ahead and get you some washable school markers and experiment with those. Because, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. And funny enough, when I mentioned that these markers weren't really as dark as I was expecting, I had the same issue with the alcohol-based markers that I purchased later. Go figure. And to sum things up, you might see some of the materials from that little box Again, I also bought the same brand, but it was separate from the box. Some colored pencils. I've got a fun video planned for that. So be on the lookout for that this month. And I might also do a fun video with these markers and the alcohol-based markers that I purchased this month. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to more. I will see you in the next one. It took me a week to edit this video, guys.